To have you on the program. Big win, not just in the House, in the Senate, for the American people, for the President of the United States. Medicaid and health care will be one of the ways that Democrats look to attack the big, beautiful law. Now, you can already see them cutting the ads. They're already putting this information out about the number of people they're going to lose health care. How will you respond to that line of attack from Democrats?
Well, Democrats don't have a problem with lying, and that's what they're absolutely doing. I mean, you saw the chart right there. And let me throw out something else to you. Medicaid was designed for those that live under the poverty line. We have 35 million people that live under the poverty line here in the United States. Yet your chart just there showed we're over 90 million people that are enrolled on Medicaid. Now, Medicaid is designed for those in need. What we're trying to do as the Republican Party is maintain Medicaid for what it was designed for, because it's literally not solvent right now. We can't keep affording to allow people to rip the American taxpayers off. When we start talking about we're reforming Medicaid, not cutting Medicaid, meaning that we're going to kick people off that are just lazy or gaming the system. And by lazy, a work requirement of 80 hours a month, that means that they only have to work 20 hours a week or go to school 20 hours a week or volunteer 20 hours a week. And by the way, this is for people that are able-bodied individuals with no dependencies and no medical conditions. So they're perfectly able to go to work. We're just trying to give them a helping hand rather than letting them be dependent and become lazy. Let them be contributors to the United States. Let them become taxpayers again, and we can save Medicaid for those that need it the most.
And that's the question for everybody watching. What was the intention of Medicaid? You just pointed out about 10% of the U.S. population is at the federal poverty level, but 21% of the population is now on Medicaid. In some states like New Mexico, 33% of the population is on Medicaid. So who should this be for? Who was it intended for? But you can still hear the ads they're going to cut. On the reverse, I'm curious how you guys will respond to all the Democrats that voted against the big, beautiful bill. There'll be a lot of people that voted for the taxes to be raised, that voted to not fund border security. So they'll have to play some defense as well when it comes to their vote.
They're going to have to explain why they were wanting to raise taxes by the tune of $4 trillion on Americans inside the United States. They're going to have to explain why they didn't want to secure the border. They're going to have to explain why they didn't want to plus up our military and literally bleed peace through strength. They're going to be the ones that's going to have to explain why these lies that they said, that the tens of thousands of people are going to be dying each year. They're going to have to explain where all those morgues are that's holding those bodies, because they won't exist. They're going to have to explain, like Jay Paul, when I go through a lot of airports and I've never seen anybody crying on their shoulder, why they have to exaggerate and lie all the way through to get people's attention. The American people are fed up with their antics, which is why they voted 240 days ago to put the Republicans in charge so we can deliver big things just like this and get America back on track.
All right. Senator Mark Wayne Mullin from Oklahoma, thanks so much for being with us here today. Congratulations on all the hard work paying off.
Thank you, Will.